there are certain unpleasant situations that can happen in your life, and you realize that if they did not take away your life, or if they did not win over you, then you're still winning in life. I remember when I just finished studying, I was working somewhere, but then I quit because of some health issues. It was a contract job, so it was okay for me to leave. After all, I realized that there was something that I can do better. I wanted to be self-employed, to start a business. And with this kind of business, it was out of bandwagon, I should say, but it was rewarding. At first, I didn't think about the consequences, how I'm going to operate. I was just doing what other people were doing because they were earning. And indeed, I started working and I earned the money. So I stocked my kiosk. We used to work in kiosks. Like I would stock it every weekend and it would be at full capacity because the money was coming in. I would even leave some money there, like who is going to touch it? It was actually opposite a small police post, so I was sure I was safe. Unfortunately, we were surrounded by wooden kiosks because everyone was trying to make ends meet, different businesses. This form of environment where everyone, you rent out, you pay for ground fee, then you put either your kiosk in a form, you put all a temporary structure, but we are earning. So one day, it was around 4 a.m. as I was still sleeping, I received a call from my auntie, and she was informing me that our business area was set ablaze. I don't know how, but that's all she said. I just had to rush out that night because I used to reside nearby. I rushed out in a night dress. I just had to put on a jacket. And when I reached that workplace of mine, everything like fire was all over. And I think there was nothing much we could do. I just had to kneel down, look down and think. I wasn't even crying. It hit me so hard. It was so painful at that moment. I didn't have tears. And it were the people around who were trying to save our commodities in whatever way that they could. That day, I went back home and to my room. I started crying day and night. But before that, I remember calling on to some people, like the people I thought that maybe were my friends, my relatives. I called so many people, maybe expecting their comforting words or any kind of support from them. But that is the day I realized that I had no friends. I had no people. Because everyone I would tell my story, they would go mute. In fact, if you should try calling them again, they will not pick up. That is the day I lost almost all my relationships with people. I cried for over a week, day and night. I would just lock myself in the house and cry, just cry, because I had no one to cry to. I was alone. I was a young girl. I was not even married, that I had a partner now. I remember the boyfriend I had was still confused, were not at terms. So I was just there alone. I got so stressed. It was so painful for me. One of the most painful moments I've ever had in my life. But again, I had to think. After some time, I had some little money saved. And the only people who helped me were my dad. He gave me some money to top up. I had to get back on my feet and start afresh because I still had the skills. I had my brains, as in I still have my hands. The situation had not killed me. I was still alive. So I had to get the courage and start afresh, buy new things, start again, because the space was still there. That is exactly what I did. I remember it was risky at first, but I did the same because I wanted to work. That's all I was thinking about. The only good thing, I didn't have like any form of responsibilities to anyone apart from taking care of myself. So I came to realize that anything that does not kill you, or that any adversity that does not win over you, that does not take away your life, as long as you're still breathing, you just have to stand up and keep moving, because these are earthly things. I realize that things can come and go. You just have to learn from that experience. Right now, if I'm to do business, I cannot go back into a kiosk or into those congested areas. I need to think about so many things, security inclusive, thinking about the fires that could arise. I cannot, for example, keep money in the kiosk if I went back to business. Though that is not my kind of working area right now, I wouldn't go back to that. But if I did, I would think about certain things. So I learned some lessons from it. Just like Juliana sang that, if anything that does not kill you, it just makes you stronger. I personally became stronger, and I can assure you that I'm better now. I'm winning in life. If I get any kind of unpleasant situation right now, it won't hit me as hard because I've had it. That is just one of the adversities that I've experienced in life. I have had so many, but if I am faced with a challenge right now of any form, it doesn't hit me that much, as in I won't lose myself for it, because I know as long as I'm still alive, I can always keep winning in life.